Hi, I'm Gelinas, and I'm the curator and founder of the Valley Relics Museum. I've been collecting for 20 years, and we opened the museum just about 2 years ago. I started to become more fascinated with the history of the San Fernando Valley through finding these little treasures at yard sales and thrift shops, a postcard, or a photograph, or a small street sign. And as time went on, so as that started to grow, my business North Hollywood became quite full of large signs that I was rescuing, the Palomino sign or the Henry's Taco sign, or even the White Horse Inn. So I didn't have a museum yet, so I was putting this in the front parking lot of my business and the back parking lot. It was really important to find an industrial space because some of these signs are 22 feet tall, in some cases 30 feet tall. It's out of passion and love for my history of the San Fernando Valley. I had met a guy, and as we were talking, he goes, "So I heard, or rumor has it, that you want to open a museum." And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Just make sure you put it in a safe place." And I thought about that for a second. I realized when he had said that he's right, that not only do the artifacts need to be safe and protected, but older people want to feel safe getting out of their car and coming to a place that's cleaner. And it was a good move. Chatsworth is a very clean town, but such a quiet, quaint town with no graffiti. It's really clean and nice, and it's been a huge success with the community because you don't feel threatened getting out of the car. But it's worked out really well, and the community of Chatsworth and the city have really embraced the museum and have been extremely supportive, which is important. Acquiring, pieces of history is not actually very easy. Nobody cares, but the Valley has a lot of history, and most of it gone. And so I had to go and talk with the owners, deal with the property managers, and ask them for it. Like basically ask. We get the permits when necessary. We get licensed crane operators or companies to come out. We've become very well versed in removing signage and pieces of architecture, and almost everything in the Valley Relics Museum has pretty much been rescued and removed by me personally. I've accumulated over 20,000 rare items pertaining to the San Fernando Valley and Los Angeles. So our goal in this next year is to get a bigger place. And that bigger spot is to really fine-tune it into an art gallery, meets history museum, meets neon sign museum, and BMX museum. So it makes history fun. I think it's important for people to know that the Valley produced 62 million Chevrolets out of Van Nuys. 62 million Chevrolets, the home of the Camaro. We also manufactured rocket engines for spaceflight for NASA. We also produced some of the best warplanes at Lockheed out of Burbank. You have Red Line bicycles, R&R, Champion, Mongoose, and many other bikes that were made here. Not to mention all the movies. And this was a place that I refer to as the world's most famous valley. Considering that Marilyn Monroe lived here, Norma Jean, she lived in North Hollywood, Johnny Cash. You had Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz Ranch right up here in Northridge, right on the border of Chatsworth. They were married in Canoga Park. Clark Gable's Ranch, Gene Autry, Del Evans, Roy Rogers lived in the valley. Even Ronnie James Dio lived in Encino. Liberace. I can go on and on and on. The home of the hi-fi, BMX, hot rods, aerospace industry, and movies. I just think it's important getting people excited about their history. They say that there's no preservation. Well, Valley Relics Museum is attempting to change that.